What's going on, guys? Chris here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing as I do video about photography, videography, and all the tech involved in that. I'm currently shooting on a Canon R6, but I finally got a B camera. I've been talking about it to my subscribers that I do need a B camera. I've been looking at multiple Canon cameras. I even thought about switching to Sony in this whole process. So yeah, it was a really serious thing, but I finally landed on my camera. Actually, before I get into it, the process to get this is horrible. I don't know if you guys know, but in Paris, whenever a relatively new piece of camera gear comes out, it's very hard to get your hands on it. I was really lucky to get this Canon R6 pretty much right when it dropped. I had to order it all the way from Nice. I don't know if you guys know, Nice is all the way at the south of France. I had to order it up. It was really complicated. Everywhere sold out, it was on back order. So fast forward to today, the Canon RP is still, it's newer, but it's a bit older already than the Canon R6, and it still was super difficult to find. Every place was sold out on back order and everything, and it was just a miserable process. I couldn't find it anywhere. Not to mention, I also needed the adapter because I don't have any RF glass, and that as well is super difficult to find for some reason, which is super annoying. But I finally got it. I don't even want to explain the process, it's not even worth it. The Canon RP. For those of you who don't know, I had the Canon EOS R before I got the Canon R6. It was my daily driver and I really liked it. And there were some parts of it that I do still miss. And I knew eventually I'd need a B camera. So far my B camera has been a Canon 800D, which takes pretty decent video as well as photography, but I didn't like the fact that it wasn't full frame and the video, autofocus and stuff was still kind of eh. I knew I needed a B camera. So yeah, I was in the market for a B camera and I decided to go for the Canon RP. And here's why. First of all, it's full frame. As I just mentioned, I wanted a full frame B camera so that it would give a similar look in photography to my R6. Actually, it's a higher megapixel, I think, than the R6. The R6 shoots 20 megapixels. This is, let me just hold it. This shoots 26 megapixels, so I really like that. So I can take really high quality thumbnails, I can get pictures of myself with the R6 if I ever need to, and it's good to just finally have a decent B camera. Now for video, I know it does not shoot in full frame 4K, neither did the EOS R. But for me, that wasn't a huge problem. That really wasn't a huge reason why I upgraded to the R6. So I don't think that's gonna be much of an issue. I will let you guys know as I plan to make a full review of this camera. This is just a first impressions and all. Next thing, it does not have any log profiles. No C-Log, no C-Log 3 now, which is what I'm shooting on now. I don't think it's gonna be much of an issue. I saw some footage in the standard profile, and yes, Canons are known not to have the best dynamic range, and I don't think this has really good dynamic range, but I feel like the video I'm gonna be trying to get out of this is vlog style, fast turnaround content where I don't need the really heavy 4K files that come out of the R6, and I just want some good quality 1080p just for some fast vlogs or some B camera shots. So that's really what my thought process was. Another thing I do really like about this, surprisingly enough, it is quite a bit smaller in the hands than the R6, as well as even the R. I don't even remember that being this small. It is a smaller body, it takes a smaller battery, which lucky for me is the exact same battery out of the Canon 800D. So I already had a bunch lying around. I actually have more batteries for this camera than I do my R6. I don't know why LPE6 batteries are so expensive. So yeah, I have a bunch of batteries for it already. I will be testing the battery life, everything, photo, video, and I'm really excited about that. I know I'm gonna be getting good color science and autofocus and reliability out of this camera, and that's really what I was just looking for. Something to accompany my R6 whenever I go on shoots, because I always have a very powerful A camera and a really lackluster B camera over there. So really excited to use this. One thing I realized when I first put the battery in and I turned it on, there's no sound. I'm used to the fact that the Canon R6, as well as the EOS R, when you turn it on, it would open the shutter because the shutter curtain goes down when you turn the camera off to protect the sensor from dust. But this sensor has no protection. I don't know why they decided to do that, but yeah, so there's no curtain opening when I turn it on. So I have no idea if it was on or off. I have to make sure, the screen is back and then I can turn it on and see everything I need to see. So yeah, I do plan on making a full review on this pretty soon. I'm really excited. I have some EF glass I really want to test with it. Just make sure that 1080p 60 frames per second looks really good, because that'll be the video resolution and frame rate I'll be using the most. I also want to make sure, you know, the photography, 26 megapixels, I want to make sure it's nice and crisp. Another thing I already noticed is when I attached my 16 to 35 millimeter lens on it, and I zoomed it all the way up to 16 in video mode, it was much wider than the R6. I didn't realize how much of the sensor is cropped actually in the R6 in 4K. It is full frame, yes, but there is quite a difference just looking at it as I held the camera out in terms of how wide the image was, how much field of view I had, and this was, because this is true 16 millimeters, this has a 1.7 crop, so it's like 17 point something millimeters. So yeah, that'll be something I'll be testing out as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. I will make sure to answer all of them. I don't expect that many. And yeah, I hope you guys are excited as I am. I really want to test this out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was just a quick update. If you found this video useful, drop a like and sub to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video in the next week. I'm really excited about this. So peace out, guys. Have a nice day.